Yo, I figured I would jump on and check out this update. And honestly, man, like it's only two cars that are good. One definitely being good. That's the new Nismo tuned R34, which I haven't driven yet. I have built it, but I figured I'd try out the Honda N1 RS. I'm guessing the N1 stands for no one wants it. Um, Definitely getting tired of these fucking SUVs they've been adding every month, and being it's an EV at that just makes it even worse, yo. Like nobody wants these SUVs crossovers. Like I said, if you want to add SUVs, give us something like the Honda CRV, man, like the mid to late '90s CRV. Like definitely don't want to see you know electric vehicles, man. Give people what they're asking for, yo. Like they said, man, like they want more race cars, which I'd be cool with. You know, the Mitsubishi Eclipse line is missing. Like there's a lot of cars missing from this game that have actually been in past Gran Turismos. Give us another track, man. Where the fuck is Pikes Peak? We had the Suzuki Scudo. We have another Pikes Peak car, yet Pikes Peak isn't in the game, man. And like that should be a staple in Gran Turismo games. Um, I don't really understand it, yo. This race right here, I'm probably not even gonna fucking run, man. Like, let's be honest, man. Nobody wants to run a stupidly slow K Cup car. Has to be 400 or less with comfort soft tires, a full fucking lap at the Nürburgring, man. Like, take the performance peak off of that and let us run K cars. I'd be okay with it, but like, yeah, that race probably isn't gonna get done. This race right here, front wheel drive, I guess they just added 5 laps, wasn't too bad. I was trying to find the other ones they added. They did add some engine swaps into the game. Um, but man, like I'm just trying to figure out, man, like what is Kaz, over there smoking, man? Like what is the people at Polyphony smoking, to keep giving us these I don't even want to say mid like tier updates, man. Like they're questionable, yo. Like the man, I don't get it. I really don't. I'm surprised they didn't add another race to Tokyo Expressway because it seems like they love doing that pretty much every update. Um, is that all they fucking added? Okay, they added race a turbo sports cars. So I guess I can actually try out. I can't even try out my new fucking Skyline because, or can I? Oh, I'm in manufacture. Okay, hold on. Has to be 700 or less, man. See, this is the shit that gets on my nerves, yo. Like I'm not gonna lie. And then even with that, man, like you pretty much have to strip down the damn car to where like it's absolutely what like fucking pointless of even having it, man. Like this, it's like okay, man, it's a game, you want that, that you like, but these updates, man, like I said, yo, they're questionable, man. They're questionable and they're not making any sense. I mean, this game's been out for a good while now, yo, and like we're getting drip fed 3 cars each update and some engine swaps. We'll get like one good car, one okay car, and then an SUV. Like, ugh, stop. Just fucking stop. With the SUV crossovers, man, like it's starting to get really, really irritating. So like if you want a good update, man, here's one for you, man. Add some more up-to-date race cars. The Mitsubishi Eclipse lineup. You can skip the what is it, the Gen 3, it should have like the first gen, the second gen, and the fourth gen. Nobody gives a fuck about the third gen with the line in the doors, let's be honest. Um, the Ariel Atom and Pikes Peak. That I mean, like yeah, there's like still some manufacturers that are missing from the game, but to me, like that would be a solid update. If you want to add an SUV into the update, like y'all always do, the Honda CRV. Like I said though, man, I mean this game, like add a couple more pickup trucks, man, like the Ford Lightning, the Chevy S10, the extreme version, the Chevy S10 Extreme extended cab. Like those would be solid trucks to add. I mean, damn, for someone, that's not a game developer, it's like it doesn't take rocket science to figure out what people want in the game. Like we get, Kaz is it Kaz, whatever the fuck your name is. It's your game, so it solely comes down to your decision to what gets added into the game. But if you add just what you want and not what the players and the fans of your series are asking for, eventually your game is going to die. And like I hate to say that, man, because like I've been a fan of Gran Turismo since Gran Turismo 2, very first racing game that I ever played. Got me into the Gran Turismo series, man. Like I was in middle school, I had a job, or high school, had a job. PlayStation 1 came out, I bought a PlayStation 1, and didn't have enough money to get a game for it. The guy that, the place that I bought the game from isn't even open no more, man. Like, to tell the damn all it was in isn't even there no more. And the dude threw in Gran Turismo 2 for free so I could have something to play, man. So, fell in love with the series, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, like the older Gran Turismos had more cars, more tracks. It's just, it's crazy. But it's like all these games coming out nowadays, man, we have way more powerful systems. Way more powerful. I mean, you could tell, man, like, in between, like the graphics, the performance of the systems nowadays, man, like there's no reason. I mean, I know it takes a while, to design and develop cars, man, for these consoles, but I mean, there's plenty of YouTubers, who have influence on the developers of this game or whatever, like, the devs are watching their videos. Hell, ain't no dev gonna watch my video, that's for sure, man. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't, watch my channel because I'm a small channel. But I feel like, the ideas that I could come up with, or, that I talk about in the video would give longevity to the game. And I was watching a guy, man, pretty big Gran Turismo channel. I can't think of the name, but he, said three-step system, to get longevity in life out of Gran Turismo, man. A lot of it I agree with. Like he said, you need to cater to the solo players, the players that really don't play online, that don't step into those online races. And the reason I don't is because, like he was mentioning, man, like the penalty system online is messed up. You know, it's messed up, man. Like you got people, running into you, bumping you off the course, and it's like they're not getting penalized enough to where they can just keep doing it throughout the race and just mess your experience up. You know, but as far as the offline mode goes, man, like give us more championships, man. The championships have not been touched since the game came out. None has been added. Add more endurance races, man. Like he was saying, like give us, like 2 hours, 6 hour, hell, 24-hour endurance races where, like you could save it, by going into the pit and choose to save the race or something like that, so you can continue it later. Make it to where we're able to sell parts. He said the cars, that you need invitations to buy. Do away with that. I feel like that's a really dumb system, and I get that, Polyphony wanted to go off realism because there are manufacturers, to where you have to literally own a car from them or own a certain amount of cars from them, like Ferrari, in order to buy certain cars, which, I mean, in real life, even that's fucking dumb. It's like if you had the money to buy something, you should be able to buy it. That's my opinion. They finally added, like I guess the high performance parts or whatever like that, into the, performance area, where you buy the parts and stuff like that, like the ultra high RPM turbos and stuff like that. They finally added that in there. That wasn't in there when the game first came out. So, it's just, small things that they could add into the game that will make it way better and give it more playability, in my opinion. I mean, I've always been one, to say, man, like, I would like to see like some legit licensed body kits for the cars, man. But I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Some minor interior customization, like let us be able to change the steering wheel, or the seats or something like that. I don't feel like that would be extremely hard to do. But I mean, even without adding those things, just adding, what I've already mentioned or implementing those into the game, man, like add dynamic weather to every track. Because I feel like regardless of wherever you're at, in the world, it's going to rain eventually. I mean, hell, there's some tracks I wouldn't mind racing on and seeing snow, to be honest with you. But you have to add things to the game that make sense. That's just my God's honest opinion. And yeah, like not a whole lot of races added with this update. I'm about to back out and actually see what was added. I don't even know if it'll still let me continue recording if I do, but let's see. So, all right, the Honda N1, like I said, man, like not a bad car, but not great. The Nismo R34 GTR Z-Tune, definitely probably the highlight of the entire update. That's for sure. The Nissan, however the fuck you pronounce it, e-Power, nobody gives two shits about. Don't want it. Getting tired of these SUV, crossover EV vehicles getting added into the game. We don't want them. Got a new color selection for the Lexus RCF GT3. Okay. Gran Turismo Sophie is now implemented in the following tracks. Only high speed ring. I mean, honestly, like dude was saying, unleash Sophie, man. Like y'all aren't using Sophie to its full potential. Do away with the rubber banding in the solo lobbies. Unleash Sophie. Let us be able to race Sophie on every track. You know, following world circuits, new events. So yeah, just 3 circuits. Nürburgring, I'm not even gonna race it. The test course, I can't even pronounce that. The Alsace, however the fuck you say it. Japanese front wheel drive challenge. I already raced Fuji Speedway. So only 3 races. The cafe, like the conversation things, I really don't give 2 fucks about that. Give us some brand new menus, man, like actual like races we have to go run with certain cars, man. Give us manufacturer championships. Something, you know. I mean, you give us these half-ass updates and that's supposed to last us an entire month. Like, no. GT Auto car maintenance engine swaps are now available for the following cars. So the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group 4, I believe we already had an engine swap for that, so maybe the second engine. The Renault Clio V6, I was actually glad to see that one. The Subaru WRX STI Island, man, time attack car. I don't know what engine swap came for that. I haven't checked it. The Toyota 86 GT Limited 16, and then the Toyota Celica GT4, which I believe already had an engine swap as well. And then you added some scapes, man. So like I said, very mid tier update at best. At best, like this is the only car in the update I feel like was actually worth a damn, in my opinion. So I don't know why Polyphony is out here, sleeping. Sleeping. Just they're asleep, man. It's like they're not listening to their fans, and they're not giving the fans, or the players what they want. You know, and like I said, man, in my opinion, man, if y'all keep doing this, and keep giving us these mid-tier updates with cars that nobody wants, nobody asked for, you know, I mean, 3 races in this update, your game is going to die off. And it's already, didn't fell off, man. I mean, yes, you have your die-hard players, who are playing the game because they're a fan of the series, but if you want to bring some life back into the game, man, like y'all got to do something. Okay, so no, that didn't have a engine swap, man. So we're about to go check that now, yo. So let's see what engine swap the Celica GT4 has. I might just keep one and then buy the other one for the engine swap. So a $500,000 engine swap. What the fuck motor is that? The 3UZFE. I don't even fucking know what motor that is. To be honest with you, anybody know what car this engine's from? Hmm. But yeah, I'm let's go buy another Celica GT4 because there is one for sale at the used dealership, man. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I have mixed feelings about this update. Like, honestly, like it doesn't really. I ain't gonna say it doesn't sit well with me, man, because like I said, the obviously the Nismo R34 that they added definitely the highlight of the update, man. But other than that, like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Ooh, gonna be broke after this on this game. So damn, this engine swap alone, man, like you're basically getting almost the same amount of horsepower just for the standard swap. Like without upgrading it, um, as you would, with the standard engine, like being fully built. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, I really don't know what polyphony is smoking, like we haven't really had, I ain't gonna say we haven't really had a solid update in a while, but as far as these vehicles, like they keep adding, you know, really haven't gotten a track in God knows when. Like it's been a while since we've gotten a track in this game, like it really has. And my thing is, man, like why can't you change the hoods in this game, Like why? Well, like I don't understand that, man. Like you give us like mids, like the same fucking body kits for every damn car, basically. Like it's just two options for every fucking car, two options. Add some legit body kits, man. Like I want to be able to change the entire fucking front bumpers. Like it don't. I mean, get some damn body kit licensing for this game, man. Let us change the hoods. Like maybe I'm just being like extremely nitpicky, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, man, you want to add longevity to the game, man. Like you have to add more stuff, man. I mean, that's just. I mean, you could look at some games, man, that have been out for years. Hell, free to play games that have more, replayability than fucking AAA titles. Shit, look at Warframe. I mean, I was, when the game first came out, I got into it, and was playing it, and then, my main account got banned for what? I don't even fucking know. Never even got a warning, a flag, or nothing from, Sony or whatever. So I didn't play the game for over a year, and then got back into it, and like actually surpassed where I was at before when I was playing it. And it's like because of things that they added or implemented into the game. It in the long run made it better. Like the game's super grindy, and then you look at games like Crossout, another free game. But yet they keep updating, they keep adding stuff to make the game better. I mean, damn man, look how many Warframe has now, yo. Like it's crazy. All the stuff you can do in the game, man. Like it's insane. I mean, like Polyphony talks about how they want the game to be, you know, realistic. That's what they were saying about the car prices. Like with the legendary car dealership. Like they base it off what those cars are worth or sell for in real life. You know, but I don't really know. I honestly don't know, man. Like, is that legit, man? Like, like with the used car dealership, man. Like, I feel like some of these cars are way more than what they're worth or what they would be selling for in real life. Yo, I mean, I'm just saying, man, like a S13 from the 90s for 50K? Yeah, that's a bit that I don't know. I mean, the Nissan 180 SX, man, $53,800. Like what? So you tell me. I mean, because it's just it's crazy in my opinion. It really is. But I had to try that Nismo Z Tune R34, man, out on this course right here, yo, to see how good that engine swap is. So, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. I was talking to one of my buddies the other day, yo, and he was like, there's a lot of like even YouTubers and streamers, man, who like are talking about, just getting out of gaming, like not buying, like the next generation consoles or, stuff like that, man, just because, like how I don't want to say expensive, but, just the way gaming has gotten within the last, you know, few years, not even a few years, man. Like, God, man, like it's just, I don't know, man. It's like, I ain't gonna say since the PS3, but like, I feel like PlayStation 3, man, like was definitely PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, man, like were the days to be, like definitely into gaming, man. I feel like that's when we got some of our best games, was like back in those days, man. You had Need for Speed Underground 1, Underground 2, Midnight Club Dub Edition, Midnight Club LA. Like the racing game scene was alive and well back in those days, yo. Like we got some solid racing games, yo. I mean, hell, the Juice Import Night series was a good game. You had MotorStorm, the original MotorStorm, man, like was definitely the best one. The Burnout series, I mean, and then it's like every game that came out, yo, like the sequel, man. I mean, don't get me wrong on what is it? The Crew was definitely fun to play, but it lacks, like the customization and stuff, yo. And then like you go back to the Need for Speed, man. Like in my opinion, man, I never liked Most Wanted. I didn't, I mean, I know that's probably gonna get some hate, but like my favorite was Underground 1, Underground 2, and Need for Speed Pro Street. I like Pro Street. Like, I don't know why, man. Like, not the PlayStation 2 version, but the PlayStation 3 version. It's like the game franchises are taking fun out of the game, yo. And like, I'm sitting here, man, like I used to, I'm still a huge Battlefield fan. Always have been. But I feel like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Bad Company 2 were probably the peak of the game. Like I like the whole, like Levolution, the destruction of Battlefield, man. Like the realism. And seeing the trailers for Battlefield 6, it's kind of got me, like, okay, maybe, they realize, like, yo, we fucked up. We dropped the ball on 2042. That's, like, I feel like maybe they're realizing that, and hopefully Battlefield 6 will go back to its roots, and actually be a decent game to play, because I do plan on getting it. As far as Call of Duty, like, I'm sorry, man, Call of Duty has gotten fucking stupid, in my opinion, man. Like, the gunplay and everything like that is still there, like, but as far as the operator skins and the packs, man, that they have in Call of Duty now, like, no. Just no. I mean, I get it, like, it's fantasized, over exaggerated, but it's fucking dumb. Same, I know I'm gonna get a shit ton of hate for this, man, but Fortnite, like, yeah, I don't see how people can play it, man. Like, to me, that game's for fucking kids. But yet it's popular, like, obviously they're doing something right. It's not for me, man. Like, a lot of the skins in Fortnite are cool as shit. Fortnite is cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. That's why, like, they have the longevity that they've had. But as far as Call of Duty, it's supposed to be a war game, and you got skins out here, with a fucking, weed, jank, man. I know the potheads enjoy it, like, that's probably why they did it, man. The way you could turn the gun into a damn bomb and fucking smoke. Like, what? You got one that's like clear, it's like a fish bowl, fish swimming in it. Like, man, the operator skins, man, they're just dumb. At least with Battlefield, yes, they do have some slightly exaggerated weapon skins, even some operator skins, like with the. But to me, it's still more realistic than Call of Duty, because I'm like, okay, you have a fucking, basically a robot or, whatever, operator skin in Battlefield 2042, but I can see the military actually fucking doing that, Never in nowhere in any fucking land where you have a unicorn come and fucking kick you and then fucking fart a rainbow on you to fucking kill you. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just dumb as shit, in my opinion. Never in the real world will you see Beavis and Butthead running around with a fucking gun. I get it though, it's a video game, so it's not real, but if you're basing your game off, realistic stuff, like wars, and why have something fantasy in the game? I mean, I could see something, for like a fantasy shooter, like stuff like that would belong in Fortnite, but Call of Duty and Battlefield, like, maybe not. I mean, I do like some of the fantasy skins that have been in previous Call of Duties, man, but the new one, though, I really haven't seen too many that I liked. I mean, I played a little bit of the new, Call of Duty, but like I said, man, just not my cup of tea. Trying to decide if I want to go to the fitness center today. And yesterday, and talked to one of the guys that's always in there, man. He's a fitness instructor. He gave me some really helpful tips and some hints on how to, basically, I guess, tone your muscle or, certain muscle groups a bit faster, and I'm definitely gonna start trying it, man, to see if it works when I go, man. I've been going pretty consecutively now for about a month, man, and, definitely starting to see, some results, man. So I'm pretty happy with myself, because this is something, that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, man. Like, I really never been in, like, I ain't gonna say I had really never been in shape, but because when I was in my teens, and stuff like that, man, like, I was into skating, I did BMX, stuff like that, so I was in decent shape, man. But, going through, some hard times, losing a girl I was with for 12 years, my uncle passing away, stuff like that, and my stepdad going through, cancers, so like I kind of got out the whole paintball thing, got back into it in 23, man. Like, I was probably not in the best of shape, so going at 39, be 40 in a few months. It's like I want to get healthier, man, be able to, live longer, and enjoy, things that I enjoy doing, like paintball, so. Trying to, help my nephew with a setup and get him into it, so that's definitely something to look forward to, man. I normally take a break during the summer, especially July and August, being like some of the hottest months. But plan on going back in October once the weather cools down. And we're able to get out there and enjoy it more. I don't want to. Not a summer person. Never been a huge fan of summer, except from when I was a kid, and like was going to school because summer was, when you had time off from school, you would go on vacations and stuff like that, yo. So definitely something to look forward to, man, but never really had the best, childhood growing up. Was in and out of foster homes from the time, like you were probably around 4 to maybe like 8 or 9 or something like around there. And it's crazy, yo, because if I could go back and choose differently, man, like, if I wanted to stay with the foster parents or something like that, knowing what I went through, in elementary, middle, and high school, as far as getting bullied, because of how I dress, because of my skin color, because going to inner city schools and stuff like that, like I probably would have stayed at the foster home, man, with my foster parents. So, and like, it's definitely a crazy thing to say, yo, where the fuck is my skyline at, bro? Because that should be under the last used. Um, is that car not? Oh, it's a Nismo. Okay, that's hold up. But like, that should still be. Am I fucking retarded or something? Like, or can that not be ran on this course? Hold the fuck up. Maybe it's not considered a a street car. So you trying to tell me that this car can't be ran in the hypercar parade? How is that not a road car? What? Well, that's kind of fucking stupid. That is rather dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm absolutely terrible. You. Man, fuck this shit.